In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Steel Toe Show. I just caught the free chat for a second. I hate to break Burnside's balls. I like him. But we had some very generous people who were not watching live yesterday chipping in. We got yesterday down to a nice number. 60. I think we had ourselves a little $60 miss yesterday. Let's put it this way. I'm a lot happier with 60 than 140. But thank you, guys. I just got to say, I'm just so grateful that we're in a spot now that we weren't in, say, 6 months ago when shit was going crazy. And that, because there's going to be weeks where on an evening show, you're going to have a little $50, $60 miss. Morning show, you're going to have a $50, $60 miss. And you go, hey, got a little half hour off. Get them next time. So thank you guys. You guys are fantastic. Some of you were watching after the show went off the air and you said, I feel like I'm going to throw a few bucks. Biggest ones were Katie and Nick the Milkman. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. You're a great audience. And Burnside, you'll get your opportunity, buddy. I promise. You and I, we're like, we're doing a fun little thing. You and me. Dude. I just have a weird feeling about Rumble Friday today. I have a feeling we're going to get, I feel like Vidam's going to be on one. He's been talking all week like he's going to be on one. I'm rooting against, what is it, K-pop? I'm really hoping it's not K-pop. But, we can neutralize that. We can neutralize it with cold, hard cash. Streamlabs, PayPal. Actually, Rumble Rants, of course. There's the links in the chat for clips and how it works. There he is. Vidam's already in the chat here on Rumble Friday. Remember, Rumble Friday, we got a lot of news to talk about. We got a lot of breaking stuff we've got to cover. I think John Fetterman's going to be a Republican by the end of the year. We've also got Anna Kasparian moving to the right. We got the Wildfires are gay. The coach of Notre Dame was awesome last night. And I think it sounds like the Vikings and Rams game is getting moved. It's going to be a Viking home game. They're not going to US Bank Stadium, but I'm saying, like, with what's going on in LA and with the way Vikings fans travel, it's going to be a home game, if what I'm reading is to be believed. Vikings are going to be at home in Arizona against LA. Now, there's also, believe it or not, a lot of Minnesota snowbirds down in Arizona. Arizona and Florida, you got Minnesota snowbirds. And they'll probably come out to the Vikings game. So I think that if they really have moved this to State Farm Field in Arizona, I think the Vikings caught a massive break. God finally looking out for the Minnesota Vikings. Did the Wildfires start before we lost to Detroit, or did they start after we lost to Detroit? If they started after, God's a Vikings fan. If they started before, dumb luck. What can you do? Let's take a look at the standings. Flinty Gecko at 200, Jeremy at 140, Wally World, who had been in first for the whole week since Monday, now in third at 135, and Travis at 101.7. And then I think you've got 209 at 95. So we got some people who can move up today. That's for sure. And oh my God, Double J. How did I miss that one? We'll get to that in a second. And also, $100 autograph twister. I just bought my first twister game yesterday to be mailed out today to Flinty Gecko, who threw in $100 yesterday. The $100 twister boxes officially being sent out today. Everybody who throws $100 at the toe, they can have one. Thank you, Veldrain, for the $5. Appreciate that. So, YouTube, we're going to cut you loose in a little bit because we've already got the links piling up over on Rumble and in PayPal. Thank you very much. Also, McBuster, I suppose I should address this before the YouTube crowd either leaves or moves over. McBuster says, where I got to scroll up here. Holy shit, Melton and Moody are doing gay ops galore. Melton's mods in Win by 2 and Chad. It's fucking creepy. Creepy watching the same mod and Chad simultaneously, a mod for Melton talking about gay ops live in Chad's chat. Memberships bought. Here's the deal. Nobody wins in these gay ops things because, number one person gets fucked with. And then number two, the other person has to realize they're 50 fucking years old and they're doing gay ops. It's over. Patrick and Moody, you're 50. You have no children, no family, no legacy to speak of. You're done. It's over. I mean, look, some legacies and bloodlines must end, so that's a good thing. But, like, you're 50 and you're doing gay ops on the internet. There's no need to even come back to that. That just is what it is. Now, I also saw a clip because, you know, I've said this for years and people are finally seeing it. Patrick Melton has no balls. Everything he does is performative. It's an act. He's a chicken shit. I had to see this on either a Misery Loves Clips clip or somebody had a clip up. No, it wasn't Misery Love. Well, it might have been. No, it was on Hack vs. Anonymous or Kiwi Farms, I believe. That Patrick Melton was begging me to come to his Hackamania event. Apparently, it's not selling well. Hackamania is on the ropes. And how ironic that Patrick, once again, just like when his streaming career was on the ropes, who did he go to rescue himself? Me. Hackamania apparently not doing well. Who's he going to? Me. And now, in the clip, as I understood it, because he's not a good broadcaster, Patrick said he either wants Nick Rekieta or myself at Hackamania. Now, judging by how things are going, no matter who you get, we're going to have to inform the state of Minnesota that we'll be out of the state. And with Nick probably having to be drug tested, I don't know if calling his probation officer and telling him that a guy who's going to be drug and alcohol tested regularly for the next few years, I don't know if calling your probation officer and going, I'm going to Las Vegas, I believe that's what we call in the business a red flag. I don't know if that would behoove Nick to do that, but either way, Patrick was like, Snowcat says he went to Nick first, but Nick told him he'd have to ask probation. Yeah, what I'm on is just like I call a guy once a month and he makes sure I have a job. Or once a quarter, I'm sorry. I call a guy once a quarter and he's like, do you have a job? And I'm like, yeah. Do you live at this address? Yeah. Cool. It's really, I had to do my first one and I was like, oh God, how's this going to be? And I had my first one and it was like, I looked at my phone after, it was 1 minute and 10 seconds was the phone call. Nick's is going to be a little more involved than that. He's going to like have to really check in a lot and get tested and all that stuff. So Patrick says he said, oh, it's either Aaron or Nick, and it's 48 hours, and I think I'm at like 36 or whatever. And he said, I'll pay for your airfare, and I'll do this, and I'll do that. Patrick, just knowing that you need me this bad is payment enough. Let me give you a counteroffer. I don't want to take your money because I don't know where it's been. Have you made it in nefarious ways? The things you say about children, I don't really know. I don't want your money because I don't know where it's been. But I will come to Las Vegas for free. Will I do the Hackamania event? Kind of. Listen to my idea. I think this is great. So what is it? You and all your people at Hackamania, I mean, Aaron is the worst guy in the world, right? He is our white whale. We just can't seem to take him down no matter how many harpoons. Fucking Queequeg Melton just can't seem to take. Captain Ahab Carl just can't seem to take down his white whale. I'm going to give you your chance. Here's my counteroffer. Take it or leave it. And Patrick, we can't do this over streaming. You have to send me an email. We have to have some kind of correspondence. You can't count on Kiwi Farms to get me the message. But here's the deal. As you know, I am an amateur boxer. I have a fight coming up February 22nd. I think Mr. Jim's in Foley. Got about 10 or 15 that have to be cut off of this in the next month and a half, or I'll be fighting in a fucking corset. But I can always use the work. And if I go to Las Vegas, Lord knows I'm going to be plenty unhealthy, and I'll have to stay in somewhat half-assed fighting shape. So back in the 70s, George Foreman did this event. And during this event, George Foreman fought 5 opponents in one night. Knocked them all. No, I'm sorry. He beat all 5 of them, did not knock them all out. You've got 4 or 5 guys who just want to crack my fucking head open. One of them being Nick Rekieta. So here's what I offer to you, Patrick. I can get us into like the Mayweather boxing gym or whatever boxing gym you want to do. I just bring my athlete's book and my coach's book, my USA boxing book. I say, hey, I got some guys here. They want to get in the ring. Do you have a little time? We can work it out. And each of you can have 3-minute rounds, and you just take your shots. And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to beat you up. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to get working. I'm doing it to get work. But you guys have a chance to take all these words and all this anger and all this hostility you've had for all these years and take it out on me. And a guy who's not even going to hit you back very hard. I mean, a guy who's basically going to be a glorified sparring partner. So that's your opportunity. I'll save your money, take your money. You and your boys get to show that this heat you have with me is real. And it's not performative. It's not gay ops. It's not faggy internet stuff, that you mean it. Or you can once again, in true Patrick Melton fashion, show that you're a punk bitch. Floor is yours, but I need 2 conditions. 1, need at least 4 of you, because it's got to be fair. If it's 1 or 2 of you, I'll fuck it. Even if I'm not trying, I'll kill you. It's got to be at least 4. And Nick Rekieta has to be one of them. There you go. Simple enough. I'll come out. I'll do the thing. You, Nick, if Carl wants to, Carl can. If Rocco wants to, Rocco can. If Dick wants to, Dick can. Whoever. That's my counter. I save you a bunch of money. You guys get to get your hands on that fucking Aaron that you hate so much. And it has to be streamed. There we go. All right. I had to get an official response on the record in 48 hours. Send me an email. Send me whatever. We cannot count on our communications being done via streaming. All right, guys. Let's, what time we got? 6:12. I think we can let the YouTube people go. We've got $20 coming in from Jeremy. He says, number 2 shit. That puts Jeremy at 160. Jeremy's $40 away from being number one. All right, guys, the Rumble link is in the chat. Go ahead, click the Rumble link, come over to where we are. Veldrain, thank you for the $5. Holy shit, do we have a lot of links. Thank you to Chips and Diff for a couple. Thank you to, Vidam's all over it. Okay. Guys, I'm going to cut YouTube loose. Just let me, I've got so many fucking tabs open now because of Rumble Friday. This is going to take a minute. All right. I'm out of here. Let's do this. Rumble Friday, links galore. Here's the deal today. I am going until the links are out. If that takes until noon, then that takes until noon. It's going to Tiger Lily says Melton will accept via Snipe chat, right? No, you gotta make sure that I see it. If I wouldn't have gone on